Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. We are from Group 5 and will discuss the effect of GDP, inflation, employment rate, and population on unemployment in Indonesia from 1996 to 2023. This is our group members. There are Iman, Alia, Raisha, Miranda, and Akmal. So let's get started. Hello, my name is Alia Zulfa with student ID 174. First of all, this study analyzes the influence of economic growth or GDP, inflation, employment opportunity rate, and population size on the unemployment rate in Indonesia from 1996 to 2023. Secondary, data were obtained for the BPS and the World Bank. The analysis employs multiple linear regression with classical assumption tests to ensure the model's validity. This research aims to provide insights that can support effective labor policy formulation and contribute to the empirical literature on labor economics in developing countries.
My name is Raisya Rahmania, student ID number 184. Here I will explain about the research method. This research utilizes secondary data collected from World Bank Open Data and the Indonesian Central Statistic Agency. The type of data used is quantitative, measured on a numerical scale, and consists of time series data on gross domestic product, inflation, employment rate, total population, and unemployment in Indonesia from 1996 to 2023. The analytical method employed is multiple linear regression using the ordinary least square method as an estimator. The independent variable in this study are the gross domestic product, inflation, employment rate, and total population, while the dependent variable is the unemployment. Next, regression analysis. Regression is a way to find the effect of the independent variable x and dependent variable y. The regression equation is unemployment equals B0 plus B1 gross domestic product plus B2 inflation plus B3 employment rate before total population. Next, classical assumption test. The classical assumption test is conducted before hypothesis testing with the aim of ensuring that the regression model used is econometrically feasible. The classical assumption tests conducted in this study include the normality test, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and autocorrelation test. Next, partial test or t-test. The t-test is used to see the significance and impact of independent variable on dependent variable partially. To assess the significance of the partial influence, a comparison is made between the calculated probability value with a significant 0.05 or confidence level of 95%. Next, simultaneous test or F-test. The F-test is used to test the significance and influence of independent variable simultaneously on the dependent variable. For criteria, in testing with a significant level of 0.05 or 95% confidence. And last, coefficient of determination. The coefficient of determination is used to assess how precisely the regression line present the group observed data.
My name is Iman Abdurrahman with student ID 1970. Okay, result and discussion. Okay, the regression model can be formalized. This unemployment rate equal 65.9 minus 0.049 for GDP minus 0.012 inflation minus 1 0.5 employment rate, employment opportunity. Nah, for the regression, this from the multiple linear regression question above, the constant value is 65.9, meaning that if economic growth, inflation, employment opportunity, and population are zero, the unemployment rate would be 65.9%. An increase in economic growth by 1% is estimated to reduce the unemployment rate by 0.04. An increase in inflation by 1% is projected to reduce the unemployment rate by 0.01. Okay, is projected to reduce the employment rate by 0.01. An increase in employment opportunity by 1% will decrease the unemployment rate by 0.5. Okay. Additionally, increase of 1% in the population is expected to lower the unemployment rate by 0.000 to 2 to 9%. Okay, next. Okay. This. Sorry. This classical assumption test. This number one is normality test. Data are normally distributed because GP test probability 0.5 more than 0.5. Sorry, 0.05. This point two, multicollinearity. No multicollinearity detected because VIF less than 10. Okay, next. Nah, in point three, heteroscedasticity. No heteroscedasticity detect because Y test probability 0.5. Okay, more than 0.5027, more than 0.05. For point 4 is no autocorrelation because LM test probability 0.2 more than 0.05. Okay, next. Nah, this is point C, partial test or t-test. Okay. This test a look. That's a look economic growth. Okay, this no significant effect on unemployment probability 0.3. Okay, this negative. No significant effect negative. Nah. Okay, for inflation, no significant effect on employment rate. Probability 0.5 is negative. Okay, for employment opportunity, this significant negative effect on employment. Thus, is the probability 0.0. Yeah, for population, this significant effect on employment rate. Thus, probability 0.0001. Okay, next. Okay. Nah, this point D, simultaneous test or app test. This population gitu. Simultaneous. Sorry. Okay, for simultaneous app statistic ya. Or app statistic. App statistic is significant because probability 0.0 indication atau indicating that the independent variable generally influence unemployment. Nah, is for coefficient of determination, uh, adjusted R2 is equally 89.19%. Nah, this meaning the model explain 89% of the variation in the employment rate. Okay, thank you for everyone.
Okay, hello, my name is Akmal Fauzan, NPM 211. Point F, discussion. 1. The effect of economic growth on unemployment. The negative coefficient value of negative 0.049492 indicates that the every 1% increase in economic growth is estimated to reduce the unemployment rate by 0.049492%. Nah, the probability value of 0.3545, which is greater than the significant level of 0.05, so that the economic growth variable does not have a significant effect on the unemployment rate in Indonesia during the period 1996 to 2023. Point 2, the effect of inflation on unemployment. The negative coefficient value of negative 0.012353 indicates that every 1% increase in the inflation variable will cause a decrease in the unemployment rate by 0.012353%. However, the probability value of 0.05 so that the inflation variable does not have a significant effect on the unemployment rate in Indonesia. Statistically, this means that the effect of inflation and unemployment is not significant, indicating that based on the data during the study period 1996 to 2023, inflation does not have a strong enough statistical influence on the unemployment rate in Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Miranda Cecilia Sinambela with student ID number 201, and now I will present the result of a study on the factor affecting the unemployment rate in Indonesia. This research focused on the impact of employment opportunities and population size from 1996 to 2023. Point number 3, the effect of employment opportunity rate on employment. The coefficient of the employment opportunity rate is minus 0.58, which means that for every 1% increase in employment opportunities, the unemployment rate decreased by about 0.59. This shows a negative relationship between employment opportunities and unemployment. Moreover, the p-value is 0.000, which is less than 0.005, indicating that this effect is statistically significant. Next, point number 4, the effect of population size on unemployment. Furthermore, the p-value of 0.00 and 1 shows that population size also has a significant effect on employment in Indonesia from 1996 to 2023. The coefficient is meaning that an increase of 1% in the population would reduce the unemployment rate by a very small amount, specifically 0.0029, even though the impact is very small. It is still statistically significant. Thank you.
So, collectively, the four independent variables in this study all have a significant effect on the unemployment rate, as evidenced by the F-test value or simultaneous test of 0.00 less than 0.05. This show that simultaneously that variable of economic growth, inflation, employment opportunities, and population size have a significant relationship with the unemployment rate in Indonesia. In other words, changes occurring in the four variables together can influence the rise and fall of the unemployment rate. And the last, the unemployment rate is one of the main challenges in economic development for developing countries such as Indonesia. This study aimed to analyze the influence of macroeconomic variables, economic growth or GDP, inflation, employment opportunity rate, and population size on the unemployment rate in Indonesia during the period 1996 to 2023. The analysis results show that partially only the unemployment opportunity rate and population size have a significant effect on unemployment, both with a negative relationship. This means that increases in these two variables tend to reduce the unemployment rate. Meanwhile, economic growth and inflation do not have a significant effect on unemployment during the period studied. This indicates, although in theory both variables are related to job creation, their impact was not evident in the Indonesian context for this time frame. However, simultaneously, all four variables are proven to influence the unemployment rate, and the regression model used is able to explain the variation in unemployment quite well throughout the study period. So that's all we can explain about the influence of GDP, inflation, employment rate, and population on employment in Indonesia. Thank you for your attention and apologizes if there are any mistake from we are. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.